welcome to the WWE Slam Zone featuring breaking news. This is a mini episode of the Fatback Greasy Show. I am Fatback Greasy, the true King of England champion. That's right, Fatback Greasy. And you know what? We have breaking news on this miniature episode, mini episode, or whatever you want to call it, of the Fatback Greasy Show. Breaking news just happened. WWE Hall of Famer Double J, Jeff Jarrett, has officially joined the WWE creative team. According to PW Insider, Jarrett's new role with the writing team is said to be a full-time executive level role. It says WWE continues to make moves that will strengthen the creative team. Bruce Pritchard was brought back as senior vice president a few weeks back, and Paul Heyman has taken on a more prominent role with the team, becoming more immediately involved in the writing and producing the WrestleMania 35 storylines featuring WWE Universal Studio Champion Brock Lesnar and Raw Women's Champion I Can't Wrestle Ronda I Can't Wrestle Rousey. So, ladies and gentlemen, it also says that, Jarrett returned to the WWE in January for the men's WWE Royal Rumble appearance and was then hired as a backstage producer. He was involved in last week's Raw and SmackDown production meetings, and then spent several days last week at the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, before being added to the WWE writing team. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very good move by the WWE, in my opinion, because I think the creative has kind of been lacking here lately. The ratings ain't been too good on Born Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So they had to do something. They're spicing this creative team up. It needs to happen. I heard they was wanting to make changes after WrestleMania 35, but changes are happening before WrestleMania, which they should, because this has been the slowest WrestleMania build, I say it, for a long, long time. It's been the slowest, the worst WrestleMania build ever, in my opinion. So, anyway, Jeff Jarrett added to the writing team. I think it's a great idea. He could bring in better ideas, new stuff. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, it's going to be bad. He's going to make WWE into TNA and all this kind of stuff." I don't care what people say. Jarrett is awesome. I've been a Jeff Jarrett fan since WCW days, TNA days. I know that he kind of righted it. He wrote himself over in TNA as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, but that's besides the point. I thought it was an awesome run, though. I mean, he got real good heat being the heel that he was in TNA. You had people in TNA get mad at him at Slammiversary by winning that King of the Mountain match when Earl Hebner first came into TNA. And Jarrett he helped Jarrett win the title, and they were throwing trash at him, bottles at him, which I thought that was disrespectful anyway. But that match was real well story driven, put together, in my opinion. But Jeff Jarrett coming to producer, then on the writing team. I know this was big news today. So anyway, there could be multiple stories coming along. I thought maybe the Jeff Jarrett Adidas, well, I call him Adidas, is Elias. I thought maybe that match, or that feud rather, should have maybe been a little bit longer. It still can't happen. I thought maybe they would wait and do a WrestleMania match between Jeff Jarrett and Elias. But anyway, that's my opinion. Maybe like a guitar match or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be good if it ever happens again. But anyway, you also, Jarrett was in TNA and WCW. I would love for even Jarrett to come back and do the WCW gimmick with the slap nuts thing and be the heel that he was in WCW. I think WWE wants to portray the Roadie storyline with Road Dogg in the WWF character, but that is what it is. But anyway, you're going to have a good creative a team with Jeff Jarrett and Paul Heyman and Bruce Pritchard. And rumors of maybe Hurricane might join. I don't know. I know that he's a producer and all that kind of stuff. So, and Abyss is on. Abyss is there too. Everybody's saying also, oh, WWE's turning into TNA with Abyss there. Sanjay Dutt there. I mean, you have a bunch of TNA originals in the WWE right now. You have Abyss, Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett. You have Rudy Charles as referee, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode. You have, and the list goes on and on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna say some of these comments from earlier today. They said that it's gonna be. Somebody said, are they going to rebrand WWE as GFW now like they did with TNA for a while? I don't think so. And a lot of people saying maybe Elias will finally get a push. I know Jeff Jarrett's a big fan of Elias. You've seen that on that table for three when them two was talking on that episode when they filmed it during WrestleMania last year. I mean, that's going to be good. Somebody says I was going to say maybe this would be benefit to EC3, but when Jarrett was on Impact a few years ago, he didn't do much with EC3 either. I really don't care about EC3. I think that was just a dumb gimmick based on the Dixie Carter cousin thing or family deal. I remember that storyline. It was horrible. So I don't care about that. And somebody else were saying that, what else is on here? Like, people were saying not convinced Jarrett is in tune with the modern audience. I don't agree with that. I think he is in tune with the modern audience. I say everybody's saying TNA. I mean, why they're going back? It says so Vince has pretty much bought TNA without really having to buy it. Well, that's true. I mean, he didn't really have to buy TNA to get the superstars or sign them because they already in TNA. TNA is nothing. TNA is not what it is today. TNA, I mean, they could have been a competition to the WWE, but everything went downhill. Dixie Carter put that company really in the ground, and it wasn't ever going to come back. I was, for people who's been on this channel and watched us, we used to be called the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. I was like the loyalist TNA fan Fatback Greasy was. I'm serious. I was just TNA all the way, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen our reviews back. Just go back to when we first started here on YouTube, and you can check our TNA reviews out. It's still up on the channel. We had some great reviews back in the day. TNA was like it back in the day. I mean, they were up there, competing almost with the WWE. They were on the Monday Night Wars deal. They tried the Monday Night Wars, rather. Anyway, and they were almost there. It was like they were now AEW, the All Elite of Nobodies. I know people might get mad about what I just said about the All Elite of Nobodies, but that's technically what they are. I mean, they got a TV deal. All they want to do is sell t-shirts for so high you can't afford it on Pro Wrestling Tees or whatever. Who cares? But anyway, this is what else I got to say. What else is on here? It says Jeff Jarrett on creative. Very awesome. It says Jarrett managing Styles, Rude, Eric Young, and Samoa Joe. That would be epic because I tell you, Eric Young, that's in like another video right there, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Young, there could be so many ideas with Sanity, like Aces and Eights storyline Sanity. Okay, they could do so much with that group, and WWE's like not. So I'm hoping. Just hoping maybe Jeff Jarrett can revive Sanity, hopefully, and turn it into something. And talking about Aces and Eights, by the way, Aces and Eights was originally supposed to be, the president of the Aces and Eights was originally supposed to be Jeff Jarrett. Not Bully Ray. It was supposed to be Jeff Jarrett. And then the reason why he wasn't the president of Aces and Eights was because Dixie booted him to the curb. and that was it. And he left, and that's how Bully Ray become the president of the Aces and Eights. And I mean, it was an okay, but it was a weird shocker in a way, because I mean, you had Bully Ray and Devon as the two head people of the Aces and Eights, plus D'Lo Brown as a vice president or something like that. Aces and Eights was the best storyline in professional wrestling, in my opinion, and I know that was a Jeff Jarrett idea, and I think that was brilliant. But I don't know. That Jeff Jarrett needs to revive Sanity. Do something. Bring in help. Use Eric Young. WWE use Eric Young, or do something. I mean, and AJ Styles is awesome. He was in the WWE. I mean, TNA. He was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, the list goes on with AJ phenomenal matches in TNA, and then you come to the WWE. I think that, Styles really needs to be in the title picture at this WrestleMania, not with Randy Orton. But it is what it is. Are you getting an AJ Styles Randy Orton match? I don't know. The future is looking good for the creative team, I believe. Hopefully, because Raw has just been hard to watch, very hard to watch. Maybe Jeff Jarrett can and Bruce Pritchard and Paul Heyman can do something about it. And somebody said maybe Jim Cornette might be on his way to the WWE. I have no idea about that. I know he's Jeff Jarrett's friend, so it might happen. I don't know. But anyway, it says, great move. If TNA is any indication, by next year he'll have won every single championship by defending them at WrestleMania. What's up with the Jeff Jarrett haters? That's what I want to know. I don't care. I met Jeff Jarrett. By the way, hold on a minute. I'll show the picture right here. I have met Double J himself right there. Okay? Back in TNA, he's an awesome guy. I don't know why anybody hates Jeff Jarrett. So, anyway, it says, somebody said, I trust Jeff Jarrett with writing for a wrestling program. Especially, another opinion of mine, I'm glad the WWE is kind of getting rid of these Hollywood writers. That's why it's been so bad. I mean, you've had these Hollywood writers on the creative team. I'm like, it's just WWE really needs to do something. And there's been also WWE's also helping Jeff Jarrett, trying to sue Anthem, who owns TNA, because they deleted Jeff Jarrett's GFW Amped episodes off of a hard drive. So that might be something. I mean, that's getting bad there. So hopefully you can know that Jeff Jarrett's going to win this. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it also, Jeff Jarrett's a Hall of Famer, and the WWE. He's also a TNA Hall of Famer as well. Man, it's just been crazy. I am so happy for Jeff Jarrett to be on the creative team. I always said that when he got into Hall of Fame, I said that he needed to be like a general manager of SmackDown. When they put Paige as general manager of SmackDown, I'm like, nope. That's just going to make the ratings go down the toilet. I didn't really like Paige. I thought she was just bad at general managing. I thought I would be funny of Jeff Jarrett being the general manager of SmackDown, and I also thought it would have been epic. The ratings would have went through the roof, because I thought it would have been epic if they had broken Matt Hardy as the general manager of Monday Night Raw. It would have been a lot better. So who thinks that Matt Hardy as broken Matt Hardy as general manager of Raw? I don't know. There's a lot to look forward to in the WWE universe, in the WWE Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT. That's other people who write that. So NXT don't need to be messed with. NXT is just awesome as it is. It's the best brand, in my opinion, better than Raw, better than the main roster, period. I'll have to make another video. Fatback Greasy will have to make a miniature Fatback Greasy mini episode on that as well, because I think NXT should be its own brand. Like, I mean, it's its own brand right now, but I'm talking about having like a roster that nobody gets called up, like a Raw and a SmackDown. They, like, anybody can go make main Raw. If they want to go to Raw or SmackDown, they can. They can back to NXT. It doesn't really matter. I think NXT should be on the same level as Raw and SmackDown, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'll talk about that in another video. But this is about the Jeff Jarrett going to the WWE creative team as an executive role. So, in other words, I do want to say this. Somebody said it was a terrible decision. We don't want WWE to look like TNA. It's not going to look like TNA. Period. It's not, dude. I mean, you don't have. I mean, Vince Russo is not here. Everybody saying, "Oh, you're going to bring Vince Russo, Jeff Jarrett." But to me, I wish Vince Russo would come back. I thought he was a good creative genius there too. So anyway, I think it's going to be good for the WWE in general. I'm not going to let this video go too much longer. So, Fatback Greasy wanted to come on here and come on the WWE Slams On for this mini Fatback Greasy show to discuss this breaking news happening as Jeff Jarrett becoming an executive role in the WWE creative team. So that's my opinion. What is your opinion? Comment down below. This will be posted on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. So make sure you go to those social media accounts, and it's right here. You're watching it right here live on YouTube. So check us out. Also, check out New Year's resolution coming up in the month of March that you do not want to miss, because Fatback Greasy is calling out Santa Claus for my King of England Championship. That's right. I want my King of England Championship. He didn't give me my belt at Holiday Takeover. He didn't give me my belt on Christmas morning. So I want my King of England Championship. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Fatback Greasy, the Fatback Greasy Show is out. We'll see everyone in the next video, in which WWE 2K19 Dream Match Series is coming at you soon. So check all of this content out, coming right here at the WWE Slam Zone. The Fatback Greasy Show is out.